How y'all doing? It's Richmond again. We are going over the SMC Pentax-A zoom. This is a 35 to 105 millimeter lens with a constant aperture of 3.5, and this is the A, so it's the auto aperture. Ooh. So that's actually pretty cool. So let's get into it. Of course, thank God that we're able to shoot all these amazing photos. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be able to do anything, so thank God. And then we are going to go over 4 categories. We're going to go over the affordability, the accessibility, the quality, and the versatility of this lens. And the reason why we're going into this is that you can use this lens or these Pentax lenses that have the K-mounts for any full frame system with an adapter. You can also use it for an ASPC system with Sony and some of the other brands like Olympus, and then you can also use it for the Micro Four Thirds that you see with Lumix. Now I am going to do a deep dive in the Micro Four Thirds. I have purchased an adapter, so not only am I using all these lenses on my K-mount Pentax KP, I will also be using them on the Lumix just to kind of give you a difference. This is going to be the Lumix G9, so you can kind of see how they look on Micro Four Thirds as well. Unfortunately, I haven't bought a full frame camera yet, so I can't necessarily do it with full frame. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to go over is the quality of the lens, and I will affordability of the lens, and I will 100% say this is a very affordable lens for what you're getting. You have very nice, dependable, reliable glass that's on the inside. That's some of the best glass. The build quality is great. Everything moves super smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a 9, just because there are some other systems out there. Like I am getting a Sigma lens that has the same abilities as this one. Maybe not the SMC coating, but it does have the same focal length and everything, and I think I purchased that for $10. And then I believe, let's see, we got the Vivitar. That's not one of them. This one is, so yeah, this one is a 28 to 105. So I got a Vivitar for 28 to 105. The build quality is a little different, and if I don't have it on a certain aperture, I do get that zoom creep. So, but I was able to get that for, I think, I purchased that lens for $2. I haven't gone over it or anything yet, but I will. We'll do a head-to-head comparison between these two. But I think there are more affordable lenses out there that can somewhat do the same thing, but if you want a high-quality, high-build Pentax lens, then you're going to have to go with this, which is still extremely affordable compared to other lenses. And so that one is going to be a 9. So next, we're going to take a look at the versatility of this lens, and I'm going to go ahead and rate that one an 8, just because it's a manual focus lens. It does have the auto aperture, so that bumps it up a little bit, so you don't have to sit there and mess around with the auto aperture. But this one is an 8 because, just like I've said before in my 35 to 70 video, this one is actually extremely easy to focus. This one I find the focus majority of the time. I didn't have issues trying to figure out where that focus is. So this one was a lot easier to use. It's a little bit more of a breeze to use, and I don't have any issues with that, so I would say it's an 8. I would definitely try and start out with one of these, or the 50 mil, which is also extremely easy to use. Next, we're going to go to build quality, which is a 100% a 10. This is an amazingly built lens. The glass is high quality. All of the functions of the lens are extremely smooth, extremely easy. This is a dial zoom lens instead of a push-pull. The auto aperture is fantastic. There is somewhat some dust proofing of the lens when it goes inside of the barrel. There is still some dust proofing around the back case of the lens, and so I find that to be fantastic. And so that is definitely not having the same issues I have with my Vivitar, and where I do get a little bit of that zoom creep. So definitely give that one a 10. So next we're going to go with the versatility of this lens. I give it an 8 because it is 35, which is about 42 millimeters to 105, which I believe is like, don't get me wrong, I think it's like 125 or 127 millimeters. So you're going 52 to 127 millimeters. So that is zoomed in quite a bit. But the fact that you have the macro function that you can use, I use it on puppies, I use it on my kids, I use it on a baby, and that macro function was absolute godsend. So I can actually focus a little bit closer. And again, I've said this before, I get that you may not want to be that close to somebody because it'll blow out their face depending on your focal length. But with kids, puppies, and babies, that doesn't matter, it just makes them look cuter. So that's always a good thing. So for that one, I would give it an 8 because you could slap this one on your camera and you can run and gun and pretty much get every shot that you need when you're out there shooting, especially nature and stuff like that. I think it's a fantastic lens for stuff like that, for that mid-range, going downtown, taking pictures, stuff like that. I think it's a fun lens to use. It's a breeze if I want to just go out there and have fun. I think I would use this lens. Alrighty, so a total score for this one is an 8.7, so almost a 9. I love this lens. I can't recommend it enough. I would definitely recommend you get one of these lenses if you are starting out or if you are curious as to what you would like to do. It is a barrel full of primes. They're easily spotted, like they're properly labeled out for you. It's extremely easy to use. If you're starting with a manual lens, I would recommend that one. Or I recommend getting the 50mm from Pentax as well, because they're both extremely easy to use and they will definitely help you jump into manual focusing lenses. Another thing that I will say was in Pentax, I had no aberrations, I had no warping in any of the photos I took with this lens. So that's a huge plus, but I will be doing an extensive use review here pretty soon on this lens, just like I did with the SMC Pentax-M 35-70. Alright guys, so I'm going to have all the photos at the end of the video, so that way you can take a look at them in more detail. They're unedited, so let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know definitely what you think in the comments. And then also, once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I definitely will be giving away one of these amazing lenses that I have. I have my other Sigma lens coming, and so I would love to give one of these away to you guys. Alright.